Hello, everyone. Afternoon devotion, take 117. For the past 10 minutes, I have been taking still photographs of myself because I thought that I was on the photo setting and I was on the video setting. So there's that. I wanted to take a couple of minutes, jump on with you, and give an afternoon devotion that was inspired by the incredible sermon that Dina gave on Sunday. She spoke about family. And when she spoke, she was speaking about Noah and the way that Noah was faithful to the call and to the blueprint that God had laid out when he was building the ark. She went on to talk about Moses' mother and the way that Moses' mother earlier on had built an ark herself. That tiny little basket that she put tar on, placed that little baby in there so he could float down the river safely toward his God destiny. As Dina was speaking, I kept thinking about a verse. It comes out of Psalm 127, and it's Psalm 127:1. It says, "Unless the Lord builds the house, they who build it labor in vain." That psalm goes on to talk about children being a blessing, being a heritage, being arrows in the hand of a warrior. And I thought this: when the storm came, after Noah had built and been obedient for years, his family found safety and salvation within that ark. But just like Noah, God is laying out a blueprint for you and I, and are we following it? Are we taking into account that whatever we do outside of God is not going to be a place of safety for those we love? Both our biological children and those kids are within the church family that we are called to protect and we're called to love. And so here's what I challenge you to do. When this ends, go find your Bible. Open it up to Psalm 127. Read it and ask God to fill out a report card on how you've been doing on ark building. And ask yourself these questions. Have the things that I have been building, will they keep the water out when the storm comes? Are they watertight? Would I place those that I love dearly inside of that? Would I let it surround them and think that it would provide salvation and safety when the storm comes? If the answer is no, then think of this. Noah built all those years, and I would hesitate to say that he was a master craftsman. And I guarantee that there were some points that he may have hit his thumb with a hammer, that he may have attached a board in a place he didn't want to attach it. But he had the understanding to pull that board off, to bandage up that thumb, and to keep building the way that God told him to build. And so I ask this: if you're going through a time that you feel discouraged, you feel like you've been trying to do things God's way when it comes to your children, when it comes to leading the way that he's wanted you to lead, I would ask that the same God who encouraged Noah when all the people made fun, when for years everyone thought that he was crazy, that same God who encouraged him, that his encouragement would come to you and let you know to keep building, keep doing what you're doing, because in the end, it will pay off. And also, if you're in a place where you're attaching all the boards in all the wrong ways because you just want to hurry through it, I ask that God would just give you the humility to pull off some boards and to begin to rebuild and build it his way. Because in the end, we're called to love those that God has placed in our family. Are we doing it well? It's been great being on here for a few minutes, taking pictures of myself and hopefully doing a video with you, family. I will see you on Sunday. Be blessed.